Hey there, sister. If you're feeling tired, anxious, bored, or maybe you catch yourself thinking, is this as good as it gets? There could be a chance that you are disconnected from your feminine energy. Many of us are. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you about masculine and feminine energy. Most of us are feminine energy deficient, and I'm going to share 4 ways to help you reignite your feminine power through nature so you can invite more ease, joys, and creativity in your life. Hey there, my name is Lisa Marie Rankin. I'm an author and a teacher. I help women tap into their feminine power so they can feel whole and holy through sisterhood, science, and sacred practices. In my book, The Goddess Solution, I share how we can apply goddess wisdom to our everyday lives, like relationships, parenting, sex, money, and more, so we can make the most out of our one truly mythic life. So each week here on YouTube, I'll be sharing goddess wisdom and tutorials that will empower you with the tools you need to invoke your inner goddess. So before we go any further, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now before I get into the practices today, let me explain a bit about masculine and feminine energy. And a quick side note, masculine and feminine energy doesn't have anything to do with gender or even where one falls in the gender spectrum. It's about the quality of the energy. You could also use the terms yang and yin if you're so inclined. But masculine energy is structured, directive, and linear. Feminine energy is creative, collaborative, and circular. If masculine energy was a ladder, feminine energy would be a jungle gym. Neither is good nor bad, and we need both to get along successfully in the world. Now, our culture tends to prioritize masculine energy over the feminine. We've been taught that reason trumps intuition and that the destination is more important than the journey. We try to get to point A to point B as quickly as possible. So I would bet that most of us have developed our masculine side way more than our feminine side. Unfortunately, when we take on too much masculine energy, we can start to feel disconnected, anxious, and depressed. There can also be this consistent feeling of ennui. We can begin to feel more creative, less anxious, and more empowered when we reignite our feminine energy. Now, there are several ways that we can do this, but one way that I'm going to talk to you about today is reconnecting with nature. Nature helps us remember the cycles of life, the seasons, the cycles of our bodies, and our deep innate connection to the earth, our true mama. So many goddesses are connected with nature and the cycle of nature, like Demeter, Persephone, Oshun, Inanna, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, Gaia, and Pachamama. And like these goddesses, we are also connected with nature. We're creatures of the earth. It's easy to forget that because we spend so much time indoors looking at our screens. And even when we're outside, we might be more inclined to look at our smartphones than to observe the beauty all around us. But when we reconnect with the outside world, we reactivate our goddess energy. And take a moment, just consider how good the sun feels on your face, how refreshing the ocean is on a hot summer day, and how invigorating you feel after a run, a hike, or a walk outside. As you start to relax into the soothing sensations of nature, body, mind, and spirit become healed and revived. Problems you've been ruminating over may have lost their significance. They don't seem that big. And as your body recharges, you're reminded of your physical and emotional strength. You regain vitality. So here are 5 practices to help you reconnect with the natural world so you can invoke your inner earth goddess. 1. Walk barefoot on the ground. One of my favorite goddess practices is earthing. That's walking barefoot on the ground. Really feel the connection your feet are making with the planet. Direct physical contact with the earth has been shown to improve sleep, reduce pain, and increase our overall well-being. And it just feels good. Try a barefoot walking meditation. Walk slowly, and with each step, really focus on how it feels to be connected with the earth. See if you can cultivate a sense of feeling grounded, supported, and connected. Number 2, bathing in the moonlight. We know we shouldn't spend a lot of time in the sun, but we can spend time in the moonlight. Gaze at the stars. Ayurveda's yoga sister science has used moonbathing to help with migraines, inflammatory conditions, to balance hormones for thousands of years. The moon has long been associated with the sacred feminine. So try meditating at moonlight as you connect with your inner goddess. Number 3, plant a garden. So even if you don't have much space, plant a herbs or a small vertical garden. When we take the time to grow the food and herbs that we consume, it reminds us that we are not separate from the world, but we're an integral part of it. Also, the act of growing and harvesting our own food will help you connect to your inner earth goddess. It will remind you that you're a creatrix too. 4. Practice a mudra. A mudra is a hand gesture that helps us to cultivate a particular type of consciousness. So the mudra I'm going to teach you here is the Boo Mudra. You can take your 2-piece fingers, you can connect them to the earth. This helps to connect your physical body to the earth so you feel safe, grounded, and connected. Bonus points if you do this while meditating outside. Number 5, intermittent digital detox. Okay, so this practice isn't really associated with nature, but I hypothesize that we would all, including myself, spend a lot more time in nature if we were spending less time online. So you might have heard of intermittent fasting, where you don't eat for 12 or 16 hours. Try that with your phone. Try it putting it aside from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. or any time of your choosing. Take a break from your online world and re-engage with the world outside. So those are 5 practices that can help you reignite your feminine energy by connecting with nature. Let me know in the comments below what practice you'll try today and how you feel after you try it. Remember, sometimes even just getting outside to experience the warmth of the sun or the refreshment of a swim in natural waters can have amazing effects on our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. I'll see you with more goddess tips to help you feel whole and holy next week. In the meantime, be well, my sister.